Is this a bit of history? It is! It's into the net! Unbelievable! That is absolutely astonishing!
Right out of the top drawer.
An absolute classic! What a strike! This could be it! It is!
Good evening. Sportscene always worth staying up for tonight, especially so as we bring you the first full midweek card of the season. Michael Stewart and Neil McCann with us. St Mirren enjoying a sensational start to the season in third place, but a real test tonight as they travelled to face the champions and league leaders Celtic. Commentary comes from Paul Mitchell.
Win, lose or draw tonight, St Mirren will remain in third place. Such is the strength to their start of the season. Celtic have come through the first 3 months of the league season unbeaten. St Mirren only one of 3 sides to beat them in the league last term. While Celtic made 3 changes from the side that drew 0-0 at Hibs, there's no Cameron Carter-Vickers. He'd started the last 4. He is out. Paulo Bernardo and Desmond Maida dropped to the bench. In come Nat Phillips, David Turnbull and James Forrest. St Mirren are coming off their biggest league win since January 21. Ryan Strain, Caelan Boyd-Munce and Tulioso Ulisanya are all in. Out go Ryan Flynn, Mikael Mandron, who scored twice at the weekend, and Kieran Bacchus. Those are the changes made by Stephen Robinson. Boyd-Munce to Scott Tanser. Celtic lose the opening goal in the Scottish Premiership game for the first time this season, but find their way to victory nonetheless. It's finished at Celtic Park. Celtic 2, St Mirren 1.
It was a fantastic start to the match for St Mirren. Conor McMenamin with his first goal for St Mirren, his second goal of the season. He'd already scored on international duty for Northern Ireland, Michael. It was a great goal. Question marks over the defending, though.
Yes.
It could be a big one. Just briefly, Neil, on St Mirren, they still remain in third place by a margin of 4 points, actually. No reason why they can't finish in third place this season, is there?
No, I think as you look through the table, there's so many teams struggling to get that level of consistency.
Struggling. St Johnstone sacked manager Stephen McLean after the 4-0 drubbing by St Mirren. On All Saints' Day, interim manager Alec Cleland in charge for the visit of Kilmarnock, who began the night in fourth place. Commentary comes from Kenny Crawford.
St Johnstone are the only one of the 42 SPFL clubs yet to win a league game this season, so work to do for them in Perth tonight, whereas Kilmarnock are looking for their third win on the bounce after that good victory against Aberdeen on Sunday. Interim boss for St Johnstone, Alec Cleland, makes 3 changes to his starting 11. Ryan McGowan, Graham Carey and Chris Kane come in. Lots of experience there. Out go Brown, Jayasemi and Kucherabi. No changes for Derek McInnes's Kilmarnock after that victory we spoke about on Sunday, the 2-0 win against the Dons. St Johnstone to kick off with Graham Carey, one of the men in the starting 11 today for the Perth side. You have to go back to May for St Johnstone's last league win. And that's it. Cleland getting the better of his former Rangers teammate McInnes for a precious St Johnstone victory.
Incredibly, a first Premiership win of the season for St Johnstone. Neil, I've heard of a new manager bounce. I've never really heard of a no manager bounce, but that seems to have been what happened tonight. And Nicky Clark back for St Johnstone, fully fit. What a difference he makes.
Yeah, an old coach bounce and an old player bounce, we'll give it, Jonathan. I think
after defeats to either half of the old firm, could Stephen Naismith steady the Hearts at home to Livingston ahead of a League Cup semi-final with Rangers on Sunday? Commentary comes from Andy Bargh.
If you're looking for pretty form guide reading, you can skip the pages titled Hearts and Livingston both have just 1 win in 5. They're separated in the table by 1 point. Alex Lowry returns to the Hearts 11 after being unable to play against parent club Rangers at the weekend. Alan Forrest has given just his 4th league start of the season against his former club. Miles Welch-Hayes makes his first league appearance for Livingston. Top scorer Bruce Anderson drops to the bench, as does Shamal George. The gloves are being worn by Jack Hamilton at the stadium where it all began for him. There will be a minute's silence at Tynecastle to mark Remembrance Day. It's been a tough run of fixtures for Hearts with Hibs, Celtic and Rangers in a row. At Livy have been no match for Hearts this evening. It was a matter of when, not if.
No shots on target, though, for Livingston. The stats much better for Hearts overall, but still just a 1-0 victory. Kenneth Bargh with his first goal for the club, Michael, in 15 appearances. Seems like quite an exciting player. What's your take on him?
Well, look, it might only be 1-0, but you'll take it all day long. Because
Well, it looked that way, but then when you listen to Davy after the game, you would suggest that, that it might have not been that dugout level. But when you see the stats there, I think it is a very comprehensive performance from Hearts. And as Michael said, if you don't get the win, the flip side is you look and think you're actually really devastated that you put so much into the game, so dominant, to come away with 1 point instead of 3.
Okay, after capitulation to Pauk and Kilmarnock, Aberdeen in need of a pick-me-up. The Dons away to Motherwell. Stewart Kettlewell's side on a run of 5 games without a win. Commentary comes from Andrew Petrie.
Stewart Kettlewell is enduring his toughest run as Motherwell manager. 5 games without a win, 4 of them losses. He changes 2 from the 3-3 comeback draw with Ross County. Connor Wilkinson and Harry Paton are in. Theo Bair and Ollie Shaw drop out. Barry Robson also changes 2 from the weekend. Out of form, Duke and Connor Barron drop to the bench. Dante Polvara and Leighton Clarkson come into the midfield. Majowski plays the 1-2 with Polvara, trying to get onto the end of that. It's not a bad return. He took that one well. It will surely finish at Fir Park. Motherwell 2, Aberdeen 4.
Barry Robson's got a career in stand-up comedy if he wants it. He makes a good point, Michael, doesn't he? I mean, it's a crazy topsy-turvy kind of Scottish Premiership this season, very compressed. Aberdeen, as he says, into the top half of the table after what has been a really dismal week until now. A fantastic performance this evening at Fir Park.
they needed it. I mean, let's be honest. It's I said the other day there that the Pauk performance was probably the best performance I've seen of Aberdeen.
One game played last night as Hibs hosted Ross County. Commentary from Thomas Duncan.
Both these sides got draws at the weekend, but will feel quite differently about them. While Hibs took a point at home to league leader Celtic, Ross County shipped 2 very late goals to throw away all 3 points away at Motherwell. The reality is both sides last won a league game in September. Hibs are winless in 5, while County have gone 6 without tasting victory. Neither can countenance that run continuing for much longer. Here's Yuan for Hibs. Pace to burn. So close to a winner.
Three last matches, in fact, have all been away for Ross County, have all been draws. Suggests maybe some kind of steeliness. Great comeback, Michael, you were there yesterday. What was key for you in terms of Ross County getting a point at Easter Road?
Jan Dander came off the bench and he proved that, you know, a real thorn in Hibs' side, a lot of quality.
Again, third bottom, but it can change so quickly in the Premiership. The Rangers bus stuck in traffic, delayed kick-off for their match away at Dundee by 45 minutes. Wouldn't be the only delay either.
The traffic slowed Rangers down en route to Dens Park, and Dundee will be hoping to do the same. Tony Docherty's side are unbeaten in 4 games and dispatched Livingston at the weekend. Rangers came back from the dead against Hearts on Sunday. It's a type of result that can galvanise a team. Dundee boss Tony Docherty makes 3 switches from that win over Livingston. McGee, Cameron and Rudden drop to the bench as Lamy, Bakayoko and Tiffany come into the 11. Centre-back Leon Balogun comes in for just his 3rd appearance of the season, with Ben Davis dropping out. That's one of 4 changes made by Philippe Clement as Ryan Jack replaces Nicholas Raskin, and Wright and Danilo come in for Cantwell and Dessers. Well, Dundee's last win against Rangers came in 2017, and Neil McCann was in charge. A perfect night for Rangers. Some much maligned summer signings on the score sheet, 5 goals and crucially 3 points.
After the match got played, it would be an interesting evening on Tayside, especially for a lot of the new Rangers players who there's been plenty of questions about this season, Neil. First of all, how highly would you appraise the performance of Danilo?
Semi-final.
Neil, Michael, thank you very much indeed. Tonight, the Cinch Premiership table looks like this. Celtic top on 29 points. They remain 5 points clear of Rangers. Hearts up to 4th on 14 points. It's a compressed Premiership with Kilmarnock in 5th on 13 points, down to Livingston, second bottom on 10. St Johnstone now 3 points adrift at the bottom. Thanks for staying up. A few delays, but it wouldn't be Scottish football if it all ran smoothly. Until next time, from all of us on the Sportscene team, good night.
Puts it in. Stunning strike by David Turnbull. There's McGrath. Wonderful ball across.
Lammers, picked that out.
There's the chance. Oh!